Okay, so I had stated that I was going to read the other two passages, the one about Phoenix, Arizona, and the other one about Honolulu, Hawaii. That way, if you do have a little bit of time struggling with some of these more difficult words, it's more about you learning the content and not struggling through the reading. Now, if you can read it on your own, go for it. But if you can't, these are available for you so that I will go through them with you. So we're going to follow along right here, and then I'll ask you to pause after each one of these and fill it in on your chart. Okay? All right, the land. All about Phoenix, Arizona, the land. Phoenix is a large city located in the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. Phoenix sits in the Salt River Valley and is mostly flat land surrounded by mountains. So remember what a landform is. Okay? You can pause your video right now if you need to write the landforms. And then I'm going to continue with climate. Climate. This hot, dry area rarely sees more than 15 inches of annual rainfall. Phoenix has extremely hot summers and warm winters and is almost always sunny. So at this point, you would pause right now and you'd talk about the common weather in that area. And then when you're ready, we'll move on to natural resources. And it shows some pictures here, so it kind of gives you some clues. Because of the flat land, Phoenix was once well known for cattle and cotton production. There is also an excellent supply of copper and farmland for growing citrus fruits. The rocky terrain, which is just basically like the land, provides sand and gravel that can be used to make concrete. So what from nature in here can we use to make things? Pause your video. Look at the answers right here on this passage and then move on. Natural hazards. Because of the dry climate and extreme heat, Phoenix is at risk for severe droughts. So now they're going to tell us what a drought is. As water sources dry up, people must find other ways to water crops and animals. So I'm going to connect this back to over here. It says that it doesn't get very much rainfall. It rarely sees it. Hot summers, and it's dry. So if it says here that there's a severe drought, we have to think that that's also something that can be hazardous because it'll dry everything up because there's no rain. So people must find other ways to water crops and animals. The city plans carefully so that the water is stored in reservoirs, which is a place to store water, for times of drought. So they really kind of talk about one big natural hazard that happens there. So after you've done that, pause your video and make sure that you put the Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of your chart. And then let's move on to the next one. And again, you can pause these videos whenever you need to. That way you can catch up or do whatever. So there's some pictures of Hawaii. You'll see the mountains look a little bit of a different color than what we're used to. And then here's another picture. Okay, so all about Honolulu, Hawaii. So this one will go in the middle of your chart, Honolulu, Hawaii. And now let's read about the land. So this would be the landforms that we're looking for. Honolulu is on the island of Oahu. Oahu, yes, in Hawaii. The Hawaiian Islands were formed millions of years ago by the power of volcanoes. Ooh, okay, so I've seen two so far. The Diamond Head crater is a reminder that there was once volcanoes in Honolulu. There are still sandy beaches, hills, and canyons. So there's quite a few landforms that you can find in Hawaii, Honolulu. Pause your video. When you're ready, move on to climate. Climate. The weather in Honolulu stays mostly the same throughout the year. Summers are warm and winters are cool. Okay. Tells you what the weather's like most of the year. Pause your video. Write down what you got. And move on. Natural resources. Because of the great weather and rich soil, many fruits and plants grow here, including papaya, pineapple, macadamia nuts, sugar, flowers, and coffee beans. I like this place. I like all those things. Hawaii also has an excellent groundwater reservoir. So it says they have great weather and rich soil, so many fruits and plants grow there. Are those things that people can use? And then they even give you examples. Pause your video and write down what you find for natural resources. Natural hazards. There are 5 active volcanoes in Hawaii. So even though, so that's definitely something that can cause destruction, right? A volcanic eruption, boom, lava, can cause many problems for the people, animals, and plant life of Hawaii. The lava is dangerous and destroys almost everything in its path. I wonder what it does. What would lava do? Volcanic gases can be toxic. Ooh, that's not a good. That toxic means that it's bad for you, for humans and other animals. I wonder why the gases would be bad. May have to think about that. Okay, so right here, I see one major natural hazard that happens quite often there. It's almost like that's like that in each place that we're learning about. Hopefully me reading these passages to you, if you need them read to you, then you can do that. Otherwise, just do your best, and I will talk to you later. Bye.